The first meal of the day decides how your blood sugar behaves for hours. One simple choice in the morning can push glucose levels higher or help keep them steady and calm. Many people living with diabetes follow common breakfast habits that silently work against their health, even when those meals look clean and healthy on the surface. This video reveals a truth that rarely gets discussed. Breakfast can either support your insulin response or slowly damage it day after day. Today, you will learn 4 powerful breakfast choices that help lower blood sugar and improve A1c over time. These are real foods, backed by research, and supported by metabolic science. Some of them may surprise you because they go against popular breakfast advice. You will also learn why many traditional morning foods trigger sharp glucose spikes, even when eaten in small portions. These spikes create hidden stress inside the body and make diabetes harder to control across the entire day. There is a critical reason to stay until the end. The final breakfast option is often overlooked, yet studies show it supports better fasting glucose and long-term A1c control. Most people never hear about it from doctors or diet plans. Missing this information could mean missing an easy daily habit that protects your blood sugar every single morning. Each breakfast in this video builds on the previous one, creating a complete strategy rather than isolated tips. This video blends science with real-world practicality. You will understand how protein, fiber, and healthy fats work together to slow sugar release into the bloodstream. You will also discover how breakfast timing and food combinations influence insulin sensitivity. These details matter more than calorie counting. Many diabetics focus on sugar alone, while the real issue starts with the structure of the meal. There is also a lesser-known fact many people ignore. Morning blood sugar levels shape how your body handles glucose for the rest of the day. A strong breakfast foundation leads to fewer cravings, better energy, and more stable readings by evening. A poor breakfast creates a chain reaction that continues through lunch and dinner. Fixing breakfast often improves results without changing anything else. This video gives you clarity without confusion, simple language, clear explanations, no extreme diets, only realistic choices that fit daily life. Whether you manage diabetes yourself or care for someone who does, these breakfasts can make a meaningful difference when practiced consistently. Welcome to our channel, where we share doctor-backed strategies to support healthy blood sugar and better living. If you value clear guidance and science-based tips, subscribe to the channel now and stay connected with content designed to help you take control of your health, one smart habit at a time. Breakfast plays a powerful role in diabetes control because the body is already under metabolic stress in the morning. During early hours, hormones released by the liver raise blood sugar to prepare the body for the day. This natural process often leads to higher fasting glucose levels even before food is eaten. When breakfast adds the wrong type of carbohydrates or excess sugar, blood glucose rises sharply and stays elevated for hours. These prolonged spikes place extra pressure on insulin and make glucose harder to control throughout the day. The type of breakfast consumed influences how efficiently insulin works after the meal. A breakfast high in refined carbohydrates forces the body to release large amounts of insulin in a short time. Over time, this weakens insulin response and increases resistance. In contrast, a balanced breakfast supports a smoother rise in blood sugar and helps insulin work more effectively. This steady response reduces sudden energy crashes and prevents repeated glucose surges that damage metabolic balance. Morning food choices also shape long-term blood sugar trends. Daily spikes after breakfast contribute more to A1c than many people realize because they repeat every single day. Even small improvements in breakfast composition can lower average glucose levels over weeks and months. A better morning meal reduces stress on the pancreas and supports more stable readings across the day, making diabetes management easier without major lifestyle changes. A high-protein, low-carbohydrate breakfast creates a strong foundation for stable blood sugar control in the morning. Protein takes longer to digest than carbohydrates, which slows the rate at which glucose enters the bloodstream. This gradual absorption prevents sudden rises in blood sugar after eating and reduces the sharp spikes that many occur with carb-heavy breakfasts. When glucose enters the blood at a controlled pace, insulin can work more efficiently without becoming overwhelmed. Protein also plays an important role in appetite regulation. A protein-rich breakfast increases feelings of fullness and satisfaction, which helps reduce mid-morning hunger and unnecessary snacking. Fewer cravings mean fewer chances of consuming foods that raise blood sugar later in the day. This steady sense of satiety supports better meal timing and helps maintain more consistent glucose levels between meals. Another key benefit of protein-focused breakfasts is their effect on insulin sensitivity. When insulin demand remains moderate in the morning, the body responds better to insulin during later meals. This improved sensitivity allows glucose to move into cells more effectively instead of remaining in the bloodstream. Over time, repeating this pattern daily supports smoother blood sugar control and reduces overall glucose variability, making it easier to manage diabetes throughout the entire day. Fiber-rich natural foods offer a steady and protective effect on blood sugar when included at breakfast. Fiber slows the digestion process, which delays the release of sugar into the bloodstream and prevents rapid glucose increases after eating. This slower absorption gives insulin more time to respond properly and reduces the pressure placed on the pancreas early in the day. Meals that contain enough fiber tend to create smoother blood sugar curves instead of sharp peaks and drops. Fiber also supports gut health, which plays a larger role in glucose regulation than many people realize. A healthy digestive system improves how nutrients are processed and helps regulate hormones involved in blood sugar control. When gut function improves, the body becomes better at managing glucose and responding to insulin signals. This connection between digestion and metabolism explains why fiber-rich breakfasts often lead to more stable readings throughout the morning. Another important benefit of fiber is its cumulative impact on long-term blood sugar trends. Because fiber reduces repeated glucose spikes each day, it helps lower average blood sugar levels over time. These daily improvements add up and contribute to better A1c results. Choosing fiber-rich foods in the morning supports consistent glucose control without relying on drastic dietary changes. Healthy fats play an important role in breakfast when blood sugar control is the goal. Unlike refined carbohydrates, healthy fats have little direct impact on glucose levels and do not cause sudden rises in blood sugar. When included in the morning meal, they slow the overall digestion process and help create a more gradual release of energy. This steady energy supply reduces fluctuations that often lead to fatigue or sudden hunger shortly after eating. Another benefit of healthy fats is their ability to increase satiety. Meals that contain adequate fat feel more satisfying and complete, which helps reduce the urge to snack or overeat later in the day. Better appetite control lowers the chances of reaching for sugary or processed foods that disrupt blood sugar balance. This effect supports more consistent eating patterns and fewer glucose swings between meals. Healthy fats also contribute to more stable glucose levels when paired with the right nutrients. When combined with protein and fiber, fats help slow carbohydrate absorption and improve the overall metabolic response to food. This balanced approach allows insulin to work more efficiently and supports smoother blood sugar control across the morning. Over time, repeating this combination strengthens daily glucose stability and improves overall diabetes management. Low glycemic traditional breakfast choices provide a steady approach to blood sugar control that fits easily into daily routines. These foods release sugar slowly during digestion, which helps maintain a gradual rise in blood glucose rather than a rapid surge. This slow release reduces stress on insulin and allows the body to process glucose in a more controlled way. As a result, blood sugar levels remain more stable during the critical morning hours. Another advantage of low glycemic foods is their ability to prevent sudden blood sugar jumps that often follow modern processed breakfasts. When glucose rises slowly, the body avoids the sharp peaks that lead to energy crashes and increased hunger. This stability supports better focus, balanced energy, and fewer cravings throughout the morning. Repeating this pattern daily strengthens the body's natural glucose regulation. Over time, consistent use of low glycemic breakfast options can improve fasting glucose levels. Morning readings begin to stabilize as the liver and insulin response adapt to reduced glucose stress. This gradual improvement makes low glycemic choices especially effective for long-term diabetes management. Because these foods align with traditional eating patterns, they are easier to sustain and support steady blood sugar control without drastic dietary changes. Certain breakfast foods quietly disrupt blood sugar control and make diabetes harder to manage over time. Sugary cereals and white bread are among the most common examples because they break down quickly into glucose. This rapid digestion causes blood sugar to rise sharply within a short period after eating. Even when portion sizes appear small, the effect on glucose can be strong and long-lasting, creating spikes that extend well into the morning. Fruit juices and sweetened drinks add another layer of risk at breakfast. Liquid sugars enter the bloodstream faster than solid foods and offer little fiber to slow absorption. This leads to rapid glucose increases that demand a strong insulin response. Regular exposure to these spikes places ongoing stress on insulin function and contributes to unstable blood sugar patterns throughout the day. Processed foods marketed as healthy often create confusion. Many contain hidden sugars, refined starches, or additives that raise blood glucose despite their clean appearance. These foods can gradually worsen insulin resistance when consumed regularly. Over time, repeated morning spikes from these choices raise average blood sugar levels and contribute to higher A1c values, making long-term diabetes control more difficult. Building a diabetes-friendly breakfast starts with prioritizing protein as the foundation of the meal. Protein helps slow digestion and creates a steady release of glucose into the bloodstream. Beginning the morning with adequate protein supports better insulin response and reduces early blood sugar fluctuations. This approach also promotes fullness, which helps regulate appetite and prevents overeating later in the day. Adding fiber-rich foods strengthens this foundation by slowing carbohydrate absorption and supporting smoother glucose control. Fiber helps regulate digestion and reduces rapid increases in blood sugar after eating. When combined with protein, fiber creates a balanced meal structure that supports stable energy levels and fewer glucose swings. This combination also supports digestive health, which plays an important role in metabolic balance. Healthy fats complete a well-structured breakfast when included in moderate amounts. Fats slow the overall digestion process and contribute to longer-lasting satiety. When paired with protein and fiber, healthy fats help stabilize blood sugar and improve nutrient absorption. At the same time, refined carbohydrates and added sugars should be limited as they digest quickly and cause rapid glucose rises. Avoiding these elements helps maintain a controlled blood sugar response and supports consistent glucose management throughout the morning. Managing blood sugar does not require extreme diets or complicated food rules. Small, thoughtful choices made each morning can create meaningful changes without overwhelming the body or daily routine. A balanced breakfast sets the tone for how glucose behaves throughout the day and reduces the need for constant corrections later. When the first meal supports insulin function and steady energy, the rest of the day often becomes easier to manage. One smart breakfast choice has the power to influence focus, appetite, and glucose stability for many hours. Starting the day with supportive foods reduces sudden energy drops and limits the urge to reach for foods that disrupt blood sugar balance. These early benefits create a ripple effect that shapes later meals and supports better overall control. Over time, this pattern helps build confidence and consistency in daily habits. Consistency plays a greater role than perfection in long-term diabetes management. Repeating supportive breakfast choices most days allows the body to adapt and respond more efficiently. Occasional variations do not undo progress when healthy patterns remain in place. Steady approach built around simple, repeatable meals supports sustainable blood sugar control and encourages long-lasting improvement without unnecessary pressure. Give these breakfast options a fair try for the next 7 days and pay close attention to how your morning blood sugar responds. Many people notice changes faster than expected when the first meal of the day supports stable glucose instead of spikes. Small adjustments repeated daily often create clearer patterns and better control over time. If this video helped you understand how breakfast choices affect blood sugar and A1c, show your support by liking the video. Your engagement helps us reach more people who are working to manage diabetes in a healthier way. Subscribe to our channel for clear doctor-backed diabetes tips that focus on practical habits, real science, and long-term results.